Hi. Hey, everybody.
Hey!
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hey,
Come
Ray's
on.
cat.
Come on, get out of
Back
that
in
living room.
Antigua, just like that.
I know. LA to Antigua, back again. You are jet setting. Well, car setting. California. As we
Yep.
say out here, California.
Yeah.
You roll it. You rolled it in California is what you do.
You roll it exactly
Yeah,
just like an
it's
earthquake. It's
California.
most earthquakes here are not like chicka 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 chicka. No,
No.
most earthquakes are
Oh yeah. Oh
feel
yeah.
like you're kind of surfing.
You do feel like you're absolutely right about that. I don't know, I don't know out there who's experienced an earthquake, but we've experienced California earthquakes. I can't even say regularly, but we experience them. People are like, "Oh man, it's tornado season" and that sort of stuff where they're from, or like
Right.
severe weather season where they're from. We don't have that. We just have the
Nope.
occasional chilling on the couch and then everything goes, "Hey."
Yeah, and that's how it does it. It's like I said, it's not a chicka 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 chicka
Yeah.
chicka. It's a
Hey.
kind of like
How's
you're
it going?
bobbing in a boat in a way. If it's a little earthquake, you feel like you're bobbing in a
Mm.
boat. Like that.
Absolutely. Yes, Kelly, thank you very much for the reminder. I know that, since we became monetized on YouTube, due to the fact that y'all have subscribed as you have, thank you so much for tuning
Yes.
in and subscribing and contributing to the channel. Recognizing and understanding that many viewers on YouTube now are immediately interrupted by an ad when we go live, we talk about things like the California rolling earthquake.
Yeah, we try, we try to make it where you're not going to miss anything really.
Yeah, we
We
were
try.
just chit chatting about nonsense while that
We were
first ad was
chit-chatting
playing.
about nonsense. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, yeah, no, we didn't experience an earthquake recently, not the one that I can recall. I mean, maybe in the last 8 weeks, 2 months,
Yeah, but it was
maybe.
a little shaky.
Yeah, little something. But you, like, we share this giant fault line. Like, the San Andreas goes pretty much down all of California.
It
You
does.
are further away from it than I am.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I
Yeah, and
think that.
now and just moving that, 50, 60 miles that I did
Changes
makes
a
a
lot.
huge difference. And there's, some mountains in between me and the fault line now.
Well, Chandra pops in very quickly to group drop up candy bags and Dr. Pepper, and then she's going
Oh,
back to the
yes.
garage. So I guess we know now who owns that garage that Sasha had. I guess it's changed from Sasha to to Miss Wu. Now Chandra owns it.
Oh, well, there you
Perfect.
go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
dust
folks.
off that
Get on
set,
out of that
didn't it?
waiting room, climb on into the elevator. It really is time to go all the way up to the 10th floor now.
For real, for real.
Yeah, Kelly is here. Rochelle is here. Millie, hello, Millie. Udak, hi. Jeannie is with us. Hello, Keita. Hi, Keita. Who else is in here? Melinda, hello, Melinda. Millie, did I say Millie already? If I did, hello again, Millie. Twice. Kaiwan is here. Tyrone, hello. All the way up
Man,
to
oh
10th
man, the
floor.
elevator's full.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
look at
awesome.
that. I've got my background is backwards.
Oh,
Oops.
is it?
It is.
Oh, flip it, huh?
I'm gonna have to flip it. Give me a second here while everybody sees my secret menus. Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Is that better?
Well, it looks backwards to me now, so there
Well,
you
then
go.
there we go. Now it's
It's perfect.
correct. Now it's correct for the vantage and viewpoint of everybody else. It's hurricane season where Kelly's from, which is interesting. I didn't know that hurricanes went so far north. Are they like ice hurricanes? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Wow.
All right. You get out of that elevator, that one there, right there, and you look
Yeah.
to the left, and you can see Drew being discharged. He's
Yeah.
okay, folks. He's gonna be all right. If you were worried about Drew Kane, he's gonna be okay.
It's interesting that they put his butt on crutches.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting because
I'm
when
gonna
you're
close this window.
post-surgery, something like that, I would think, you wouldn't be given crutches. You'd be given a walker for the short time during. But that would make him look like an old fogey, so they're not going to give him a walker.
No,
They're
Walker.
going to give him crutches.
Right. Walker and slippers, I think, is what Drew really needed after being shot
Yes,
twice
but
in
when
the
you,
back.
yeah, you're going to have like a big injury or, a big surgery in your torso area. They're going to crack your sternum or something like that.
Yeah.
You have a pillow you hold to your chest. And after that, you have a walker. But I understand why they put him on crutches because,
Yeah.
you know,
Plus,
I
then
just,
he could throw them away at some point. So it's a lot
oh,
easier than
sure,
having to
he
fold up
might,
that walker and put it in the back.
might pick one up and try to stab Michael with one of them. Who
Oh,
knows?
like you could put it like a secret blade in the bottom of it. Has to protect himself from Sidwell. So now he's got secret weapons everywhere.
There's a switchblade in the bottom of it
Exactly. Kelly
with a
says that
little butt where they.
Kelly says that the crutches that look too tall for him. And you're right. Even though Cameron Matheson is like 8 feet tall himself, they gave him some gigantic crutches. He was so shrugged up.
And actually, but we'll have to go back and look because I didn't. If they're adjustable, well then somebody let him down.
Big time. Big time. I think those are technically props, so props let him down.
Yeah, there you go.
Udex says if there was a scene with a walker between Drew and Willow, then the age gap would be even more apparent.
I understand why they didn't. It's just that in real life, that fool would have had a walker.
Vita's here, hanging out from Denver this week.
Hey,
Hey, Vita.
I have good friends in Colorado.
Hey,
I
Colorado's a
do.
good state. It's a good, beautiful state. One of my favorite shows was called Everwood. It's a silly little teenage soap from the early 2000s, and it was set in Everwood, Colorado, just this quaint little dramatic mountain town. The setting was a character itself, much like Salem over on Days of Our Lives. So, anyway.
Well, my friends that moved to Colorado, they came from Ventura, and they had some weather shockaroony
Oh,
happen.
absolutely. Ventura is a beach town.
Ventura is a beach town, and it is in between 67 and 77 degrees, almost 365 days a year,
All the time.
all the time.
Jeannie and Kelly were both sharing a laugh at Drew on the crutches this week, and I did too. It was a goofy little thing. And given the attention to detail that General Hospital usually has, the fact that the crutches were too tall might have been just a bit of physical comedy for us.
Yeah, I think it was purposeful too. I mean, talking with Fido,
Yeah.
we discovered that every minute detail is thought of.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so thoughtful.
The
whole
notes.
thing is.
The notes. Like, I might have to show a page or two of one or two of the scripts that I have, because there are notes all over the thing. All over the thing. The visit was great, Michelle. Thank you for asking. It was great to see my mom and dad, even briefly. I have to give credit to Daddy T here, because he found the whole red carpet thing to be absolutely unacceptable,
He did.
and made it so my mama could still go.
Yeah, he was the one that
Thank you,
made.
Kelly.
I wasn't going to make any kind of arrangements for travel until I found out that we were going to be accepted on the red carpet or not. So I wasn't, but he went ahead and made the reservations for a hotel and said, screw that, we're going either way. But he really believed that we were going to make it on there, and so did we.
Yeah, well, it was an act of faith, and it was good. I mean, so you wound up getting to go. You got to sit in the audience. You got to see the ceremony from beginning to end. You watched all the presentations.
I did. I have to tell you, there's one part of the Emmys. I don't know how many of y'all watched it, but there's one announcement where Mario is up in the rafters with the fan tickets, and that's where I was. I'm actually the lady opposite of the one that got to announce Jonathan's win. I was on the aisle seat on the opposite side.
Yeah. So from my understanding, because I wasn't there, but they set it up, right? And they were saying Mario Lopez is going to stand right here.
Yes.
So look your best, folks. We chose you two because you look like the fanciest ladies in the audience.
They moved me. They moved everybody because the balcony was not full, you guys.
Yeah.
So they pushed us all together. So everybody got a better seat, except for this is what they said. They said, if someone approaches you and their ticket is actually the seat we put you in, you must move.
You got to get out of there.
But if you're happy sitting here, we would love for you to stay. If you want to go back to your seat that is yours, do that. We won't make you sit here, but this is what we'd like you to do for us, please.
Please, please.
Anyway,
And
so
and so they positioned you there, and Mario Lopez was going to come.
yeah, and Mario
And
Lopez
and
did
it was like
stand
a
on the step.
50-50 coin flip.
It was a 50-50 coin flip. So they chose the other young lady on the opposite side of him. But I just wanted to tell you guys. So I was like, 2 feet from Mario Lopez. So he was up close and personal.
Oh yeah, AC Slater himself.
Crazy, guys. Even up close, that guy looks 22.
Still.
Swear to goodness,
Wow.
yes. He looks, there is not a crow's feet,
Not a single foot to be found.
not a foot to be found. I mean, he might have some Botox, whatever, but Botox ain't gonna make you look like that.
He's just still holding it together. It's great genetics and
And I had to
skincare.
look, I thought, well, geez, he's from Saved from the Bell. He's got to be 50. And I
Yeah.
wasn't sure, but he's from Saved from the Bell. He's
Saved
got
by the
to be.
Bell. Yeah, he was a teenager
Yeah, I mean,
in
that's an
the
80s
early
thing.
90s, right?
Right?
Yeah.
So I asked my friend Siri, yeah, that guy's 52. My, what?
I asked my friend
He
Siri.
comes from very, very good genetics.
Just great genetics,
And
that
perhaps
Mario
he has
Lopez.
found the fountain of youth and he's not sharing it. I don't know. Maybe he's going to put it in Dalton's lab. I don't know.
That's the secret. That's really what it is. Cesar
Wouldn't it
Faison's
be
final
crazy?
project is
Wouldn't it be
is
crazy? It really was the fountain of youth.
keeping
and
Mario
behind-
Lopez young. That is Cesar Faison's final project. Well, Kelly, much like everybody else here on the 10th floor, wishes that Mario Lopez had picked you, Mama Cat, to announce
Me
Jonathan
too,
Jackson.
doggone it. I was ready. And the award that was announced at that point was Jonathan's award. Oh hell
That
yeah.
would have
I
been
would
so
love to have
cool.
said
Well,
that.
let's just pretend like you were that person.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations, Ma. Congratulations on announcing Jonathan Jackson's win.
And the Emmy goes to Jonathan Jackson from General Hospital.
Look at that. You even have experience. You wouldn't have sounded nervous or nothing.
Anyway, it was cool to be there.
Well, Mama was once upon a time, I don't know if those things expire, but you were an ordained minister, able to wed people. So if you want Mama Cat at your wedding ceremony, she's available.
It does expire. It does expire. It is a license, so it expires. Yeah, but I did do that. I did officiate someone's wedding,
did.
and it was actually the most nervous I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, I remember the stories. I remember the stories.
Because I love the two people standing in front of me so much.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So you did go to the Emmy, so you got to see General Hospital's big wins. Jonathan Jackson
did.
for supporting actor in a daytime
Yes.
in a drama series. So congratulations. Jonathan Jackson, he was on the show. He's on the show for a year or so. It was great. It was nostalgia filled for me. It felt like I was watching General Hospital, which is a weird thing to say because I always watch General Hospital. But, against the competition that he had in the category this year, though, I don't know. I don't want to sit here and be mean, Ma, but I do want to be honest.
I think, well, okay, be honest, Matt.
I don't know if he
Be honest.
necessarily brought Best Actor of Supporting. But maybe I'm just under considering the content that he played and not necessarily the quality of work within the content itself.
I think, okay. Well, we all know the Academy is, I don't know how many people the Academy is, but it's a large number.
Mhm.
Okay? So, yeah, and they're supposed to be judged on the scene work given.
Yeah. Submission against submission.
Exactly. But in some instances, someone like Jonathan Jackson, who has been our lovely little talented Lucky Spencer since he was 9 years old,
Yes.
I think there's a sense of loyalty sometimes in the voting.
He may have an edge.
He might have had a tiny edge.
Yeah. James is here with us, and James thinks that Gregory Harrison should have won.
I agree.
I'm kind of in that
Why-
camp.
And
I
that's
am.
who I wanted to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not to be hateful or anything. I'm just, considering the competition in the category this year. I'm just not sure. But congratulations anyway. It's not like it was SHIT.
No.
You
And
know?
after leaving the awards and stuff, since I was far, I learned a few things on this. I learned some stuff for us too, Matt, that we will do differently next time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
For one thing, if we're going to have to sit in the rafters, you need some little discreet binoculars. You really do.
You need a long camera lens.
Yeah, yeah. And you need better camera than your phone too, because you need to zoom in. And I don't care what phone you got. If you zoom in too hard, it's not a great photo.
It's grainy and it's ugly. I know what you mean. I know what
Exactly.
you mean. Taj was
So
good
anyway.
too. Yeah, like I said, the
Well, anyway,
competition. The competition in the category.
After seeing photos after the fact, there were people there that I didn't realize were there.
Yeah.
Because
You,
it's
you were like, Steve Burton didn't
Steve
come.
Burton.
Oh, wait.
Exactly. Steve Burton didn't come. Well, yeah, he did. Anyway, and my gosh, his wife, she looked stunning in that dress.
Yeah.
It was perfection.
Gorgeous. 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 Kelly imagines you with the upper classes. There's little binoculars with the handle.
Well, yeah, I wanted the kind that fold down on themselves, and they pop open.
Oh.
Those are the ones I would want. You go just put it in my husband's shirt pocket.
Oh, yes. Perfect. 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 Kelly just wanted somebody from GH to win, and I can agree with that. I can understand that. We want GH to be strong.
Well, see, and if Gregory would have won, we'd have both got our wish as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
well.
but,
Yeah. 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 Beyond that,
I
though.
thought it was cool that I'm glad Jonathan won,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad someone from GH won.
Yes.
But I just think that if they had gone just on the scene submission, perhaps he wouldn't have been on the top.
Understood. Guest performer this year also was won by General Hospital. Allie Mills. I think she's the first 2-time ever winner in this category.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So congratulations, Allie Mills. Nominated with her on-screen TV daughter, Olivia Dabo, for newcomer.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that girl don't look the same, and she don't sound the same.
Yeah. Well, she's grown up a lot. She was a teenager.
I would have never recognized her. She looks different to me. She looks different to me.
Well, I don't know. I guess,
Oh, no. But of course,
been
I haven't
decades.
watched her on the soap that she's on either. So, all I saw was what I saw on the screen, on the stage very far away. The one thing the Emmy should have done, even if it was, if they could have avoided having it on film,
Mm-hmm.
actually videoing it or whatever, if they hadn't, but a screen,
Where
For
you
the
could see
audience?
something?
yeah,
I
because
understand.
there was none of that. And where I was, you could see everything, but you could see everything from a distance.
So congratulations to Allie Mills for that. I mean, Heather Weather's great. Heather Weber is great. Allie's good. I mean, you're not going to get an uninteresting performance out of her in this character, no matter what it is. Because she was even like, I'm less crazy now. I just need to put my life together. I'm going to Sedona. Like that. Great. I don't really know who else was nominated in that category, so I really can't compare. I'm
I
just
don't
happy for
remember
her.
myself.
Let's see. They didn't get Best Actor. That went to Days, but they did get Best Actress, Best Lead Actress.
Yes, they did.
And that's
Yes,
Nancy
they did.
Lee. Her first time
And I
winning
tell-
in this category, but her third Emmy overall, from my understanding.
And I tell you what, and this is an instance where the Academy got it right if they only based it on scene.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is.
And
It's
that's what it
stellar.
should be, right?
Stellar stuff.
Oh my
Listen,
gosh, it was so good.
I think that Nancy Lee is really good most of the time. I think
I think so too.
yeah, she brings it. I think that the interest level of her story for the audience, like on my interest level, not hers, weighs heavily as to whether or not I'm like into it or not. Because I love the Rick thing. The Sam stuff is good, but all that stuff in between, I'm not necessarily sold on.
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
know, but it is what it is. But that's my take on it as a viewer.
When she has a big arc, that girl brings it.
Yeah,
You know, a lot
totally.
of us, I think for myself, I know this plays into it a little bit for me because the character of Alexis is not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So, I find her to be a snot sometimes.
A lot of people do. Kelly just mentioned right now in the chat that she wishes that they left politics out of the Emmys. When it comes to Nancy Lee Grahn, that's just so baked into who she is as a human being that I'm not sure you're ever going to get a situation where it's not brought up.
And for her, because we do know her and we do know her opinions, if she had not done that, I'd have said, go take her temperature. She don't feel well.
Something's wrong with Nancy. Somebody got to her.
Something's wrong with Nancy.
Somebody got to her. Oh my gosh, Jane Elliott could have won. She could have. She got a gold circle award this year.
She did.
So and James Reynolds actually was up there too. I
believe there was 5. There was Jane. There was James. I don't remember what the lady's name was.
There was some giving lady.
There was Kate Linder from Young and the Restless. Esther.
And then other people.
I forgot the other one. Anyway.
Oh, no. What Nancy said was benign, says James. Nobody needed to clutch their pearls. And yeah, and that's something you, me, and Dad talked about at a dinner, actually, was Nancy Lee. And I've always found her to be somebody who's vocal, but not necessarily extreme. So,
No, I didn't find her to be extreme either. And she can use her 30 seconds in which way she feels.
It's daytime Emmy streaming. It's not really going to get out there anyway.
Because they said there, if you go longer than 30 seconds, we're going to play this music. And they play, because, went through the rules. I was able to sit there and listen to the rules. And they said, we're going to play you off, and this is what it is. And they played it, and it was awful. Loud and awful.
Like we don't want to subject you or the viewing audience to this. Please don't go over 30 seconds.
And like I said, she's so passionate about how she feels that if she would not have said anything, I'd have said, no, go take her Tim.
Well, congratulations to Nancy Lee. She crawled over that bed.
And then the big award, 5 years in a row running now,
Oh my God, General Hospital, yes. Yes. It's funny because out there in social media, people are going to be hateful every once in a while. It's how they are. And so people are out there criticizing General Hospital for their win. And they're like, Frank Valentini, you've done such a great job. I think it's time to pass the torch. And then some prominent person out there, I don't remember who it is, but one of them soap gurus out there. Was like, they're going to get rid of their 5-year running winning executive producer because it's time. No, he's doing great. And General Hospital right now is at such a high.
Let me tell you guys what happened after. Okay? After was actually more interesting than what happened at, in a way. For me, anyway. It happened to me. Anyway, so we go back to our hotel, and our hotel was back to back with the Emmys. And there was a walkway in between them. Very cool. So we went back to our hotel, and we went into the bar for a nightcap. And big group comes in from Disney Parade. And they won quite a bit for their Disney Christmas morning parade. So they came in, a couple of Emmys on the table, which is cool. And then another group come in from a nature show. I believe it was orangutans. Some nature show about orangutans. And they came in with their Emmys and plopped them down. So that was their after party.
Ba-boom, ba-boom. Just right there at your hotel.
And this is a small bar.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then I was like, oh my word. Who walks in? Tamara Braun walked in.
Tamara Braun herself.
Along with, yes. Henriksen,
Elizabeth Henriksen,
Elizabeth Henriksen, and Courtney Hope.
Courtney Hope, Chad Duell's once fiance, and of course, so she's an actress too. Courtney Hope. She's not just Chad Duell's girlfriend, performer girlfriend. And then Elizabeth Hendrickson.
She's on the soap as well.
Yeah. And Elizabeth Hendrickson, which we know from all over, really.
Yes.
General Hospital Centric, Margot Dawson. All My Children, yes. Maggie and All My Children. Margot over here on General Hospital for, a sneeze.
Right.
Kind of flirted with Sunny in Left Town. But yeah. And then also
big role on Young and the Restless.
Yes. And Tamara Braun, and you went and you said, "Hey, it's me, Mama Cat. Let's get a picture." We shared it on social media, folks. Go out there on Instagram and Twitter. I'll put it on Blue Sky a little bit later if you're following us on that.
I didn't have an opportunity to really see anybody else, and I didn't want to hang outside for hours. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna hang out in the parking lot, hoping maybe I'm gonna see someone.
Now, if there's an upgraded ticket I can get next year, maybe.
Oh, gosh. Well, in the meantime, Lori has joined the chat, Ma. Michelle is here, East Coaster, Marla, all sorts of... And Autumn has dropped a little donation, Rooney. Thank you very much, Autumn. Hey, guys, Chase has really been starting to get on my nerves. I think it's time to transition into the show, Ma.
I think it is. We better.
Hey, chat guys, Chase has really been starting to get on my nerves. He should have been taken off the case since he can't be objective. He's such a simp. Autumn, you are absolutely correct in your assessment of Harrison Chase in regard to one Miss Willow Tate. He's totally a simp. He has not fallen out of love with her at any point. He's just fallen in love with Brooklyn as well. So...
Yeah. and any dude that's got that, and Chase does, he's a rescuer.
Oh yeah, he's got to go say. If Nell showed up, he'd be like, "Oh, I gotta give her food and shelter."
He is a rescuer.
He totally is. He totally is.
That little Willow Snow White always needs a rescue.
Absolutely needing a rescuing, and that's what Willow has. So Chase is totally a simp in this. It's unfortunate to a degree, but Turner, recognizing it, was trying to use it to her advantage. She was like, "Hey, Willow's going to confess to anybody. It's probably going to be Chase. Let's just stick him in there to hug on her for a little while."
Yeah.
And then Dante's like, "I don't know if that's appropriate." And she's like, "Shh. Shh. I've got a little dark side to me. Shh. Shh." Kelly also with a generous donation here to the chat. Thank you very much, Kelly. And her congratulations to General Hospital are behind it. Kelly's such a big fan.
It's pretty awesome that they won again. Again.
Tracy. Hey, Tracy. If I haven't said hello to you yet, say so, and I'll say it.
Yep.
East Coaster says they should hire Nathan back onto the police force. Well, maybe if there's going to be room because they have to boot Chase. And Anna said, we got to figure out what you've been doing for the last 7 I think that Anna has been the best she has ever been in regard to law enforcement over the last couple of months. Since Drew was shot, Anna has been a 10 out of 10 police commissioner.
Well, yeah, she got vision boards and everything now.
She's got the suspect
boards. The only
boards.
thing there for a little bit, the only vision she had was her imagination.
But now she's putting together pieces about Nathan and Britt and what was this, and you're gonna go, and you went and talked to Valentin, so he was Cesar's cohort.
And I think that Anna's got it right, and other people have short-term memory and don't have the kind of history she had with Cesar.
She knows he's involved.
She knows he can plan something to do forward. Hey, if my brain happens to be in a jar, this is what we're going to do.
Also, too, I really have to give it to the person who was writing for Anna when she was putting all the pieces together and explaining them to, I don't remember, Dante, I guess. But she was explaining all the pieces, and it has to be Cesar Faison. And she, of all of these other characters that have been talking in circles around this a little bit, also made it kind of seem like she thought he could still be alive, because that's totally in his wheelhouse of abilities. Other people are like, his brain was in a jar, he's not involved. But Anna didn't go that far in her analysis.
No, because she doesn't put anything past him.
She might think, there's a good, like she told Nina, there's a 99% chance that this man is dead. Even in the beginning of that, she's like 99% sure. There's still a 1% chance that he's out there. I don't like
Well,
those odds.
and like she said, his two kids come back from the dead at the same time.
Oh, yes, on the heels of one
I don't
another.
suspect.
Totally, totally, totally. Maybe Anna will actually solve a crime this time, says Matt.
Wouldn't it be something?
Well,
No, you know what will happen? Valentin will come back to town and she'll get kind of starry-eyed.
well, I do hope that Valentin's on his way back, and I am not shying away from my desire to have Peter August return to General Hospital for this.
This is what I'm thinking. I think we are getting a Peter August return.
Here's the thing, Ma.
And I don't think we're getting a Wes Ramsey return.
You
We're
think
going to
Peter's
get a Peter
Nathan?
August, but we're not
You
getting
think Nathan's
Wes Ramsey.
Peter?
I think Nathan is Peter.
Oh my goodness. Well, I still want Wes Ramsey, because here's the thing: he was at the Emmys with his lovely partner in life,
And that would make sense too, because sure, Nathan's crazy about his sweet, he's crazy.
The first thing out of his mouth was, "Where's Maxie?" All right, let's be real about that. Let's just be real about that.
That's a Maxie. Well, there was two of those Faison kiddo boys that feel the same way about her.
It's true. And then he's got like, I got to play at this James thing because I really want to spend time with Wheezy.
Yeah.
Mother, if Nathan is Peter, mother, please, just for a moment,
Yes.
if I may, if Nathan is Peter, I really want him to call that little girl Wheezy. I need him to. I want the writers to reward the fan base for that fun name, and use the first part of it. She doesn't have to be Faison, but Wheezy, absolutely, she's got to be Lil Wheezy. Come on.
Even if he puts a Lou on the front of her.
Yeah. Luigi. It sounds like Luigi, but it's all right. Anyway, so Wes was looking great with his longtime partner Laura Wright over at the Emmys, right? And I was looking at him, and
They were in the front row.
maybe it's just wishful thinking, but I saw pictures of him on the red carpet, and I'm like, he's got Peter hair.
He did have Peter hair.
He has
He
Peter
looked
hair.
like Peter.
He looked just like Peter, because Wes Ramsey, he's a
Looked
man
just
that
like
does stuff
Peter.
with his hair. The first time I ever saw Wes Ramsey in something was a little show called Charmed. We know this, I've talked about it a number of times, but his hair was long as F.
Yeah. I've seen pictures. I didn't watch the show, but I've seen pictures. Yeah, he had some like Jesus hair.
He had really long hair, like pulled back ponytail, I'm really the bad guy type of thing, right? And then they hacked it all off.
And not crazy Faison hair.
No. It was well kept and heavy and down his shoulders and such. And then they hacked it all off by the end of the series. And then later on, he had the long hair again. And then when he left being Peter, he let it grow out. Now it's short one more time. I'm just here for it. That's all.
Yes, the way his hair was and the way his beard was, he did look like Peter August at the Emmys.
Maybe he's
Can I tell ya?
filming. Huh?
Oh, Matt earlier.
I don't think Peter would allow Maxie to be poisoned. Maybe Medora. Maybe that's why he's back. Because someone hurt Maxie, and he found out about it because Sidwell's circle and the Faison circle might not be that far away from each other, especially since they're working in tandem to a degree with Dalton. It's all coming together. It is all coming together.
Did you guys see the embrace of Britt and Nathan? The looks on their faces where they knew.
There was some tension there.
There was
Especially
a weird...
more on Britt's side.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think Britt's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
If he is pretending.
If he genuinely doesn't know.
If he genuinely doesn't know and he really thinks he is Nathan West back from whatever that I can't remember. Or if he's just playing.
Yeah. She's trying to figure it out.
He's trying. I think she just doesn't know what to do at this point yet.
No, other than secretly take that Huntington's medicine.
Yeah.
Doesn't know
And
what to
that note on the Huntington's medicine was signed by C.
Cousin.
Or Cesar.
But the big argument and debate on that is that they were father and daughter and such, and not like love C. That would be a weird way for him to have signed it as that. So C's got to be something else.
Maybe.
Or not. Or not. When was Wes Ramsey not over the top? Well, he was kind of always over the top. There were some times when he wasn't, when he was just Peter. Just publisher Peter. But he was still kind of hyper-obsessed with Maxie at the time. And then East Coaster says that Wes Ramsey was fine when he wasn't mustache twirling. But you know what, East Coaster? That's not my opinion. That's yours, and it's totally valid. But I loved the mustache twirling. Put the baby in the box, Maxie. I loved it. I loved it. It's so, so interesting to me. And it's great in short bursts. Cesar Faison was an over-the-top crazy maniac, and if you stripped that accent away from his mouth, he would have sounded just like Peter August. Because he was this, this crazy man who was over-the-top and mustache twirling. He just didn't sound American while doing it. That's my take on it. And it has been for years. You're not sold.
I wonder if Kristen Storm's going to have an opportunity to come back soon. Because we don't know what's going on with her.
Well, she actually did make a statement recently, a big one, a big update for everybody.
Okay.
She has to go and get some stuff taken off her brain again.
Okay. I did hear that and just didn't believe it necessarily.
This came from her, but it was a very hopeful thing. It was a, hey, this is in comparison to the struggles I've had, this is practically nothing.
Oh,
so
well, good.
That's the sense that I got from it. That's not a direct quote. But she's also launching a clothing line with M. Rylan at the same time. So she was announcing that and also giving a health update and saying, hey, when this is all over, I'm right back.
All crocheted fashions.
Yes, it is. It's totally that. You're 100% right. You didn't even see the announcement and you knew what they were releasing.
Yep.
Absolutely. Crocheted knitted fashions by M. Rylan and Kirsten Storm. So keep your eyes on that. I would imagine they're going to wind up on that Home and Heart website at some point.
I would imagine they would too. For sure.
Nathan isn't Peter. He just has a memory switch or maybe brainwashed. Maybe Medora. Maybe.
Yeah, well.
But the plot's going to have to unfold. I think the most interesting thing, though, would be that Ma's right. That Peter has face masks, because Cesar Faison was able to pretend he was Duke Lavery. Like, come on. That mask will do anything.
And this is a Faison weird thing. That means that all three of his kids are back, but there's only 2 bodies. It's weird.
That's such a Faison thing. You're totally right. Oh my gosh. Prayers for Kirsten Storms on the announcement about her minor aneurysm and the surgery that has to come up for it. Cysts or something. It's all connected to the same troubles that she's famously had. Yeah. So it's just, but like I said, the tone and the content of the statement was very much like, they're gonna go burn these things off my head pretty much, and I'm gonna be right back to work.
It doesn't sound like it's an emergency thing. It sounds like it's been found early, and I'm sure because of her troubles before, she has these extensive checkups.
Oh, I would imagine so. I don't know anything really about the details of her personal life and what she has to go through when it comes medically. But it's been obvious that things have been trending toward more healthy.
Yes.
So we're all happy for that. I was hoping Rick told Molly. Let's talk about that, Ma. Let's talk about that, all right? Because we're burning through time here. Yeah, let's talk
about that. Wasn't that crazy, you guys?
Monique says, I was hoping that Rick told Molly the truth, but thought about it. If he does, he will be exposing himself. And you're totally right, Monique. The reason why he covered for the coven.
I love that.
I just love
Was that not so good?
It was, yes. He called them lunatics. He called them a coven. Like, the way that Rick refers to these women is top-notch. He covered for the coven in that moment because he didn't have enough time to figure out what to tell Molly other than what it is they've already told Molly. Because he doesn't want her to know about what he did to them to deserve this.
And I think even this, yes, he wants to cover his own butt. Rick's going to do that every time, as he should. My gosh, because he's always up to something.
But he's really going to cover it with Molly.
Yeah, but he also doesn't want her to know what her mother is capable of doing to him.
I don't know. I'm not sure how much of that's in there because he kind of hates Alexis.
Well, yeah, he hates Alexis, but he sure loves the heck out of Molly. Now, if the other two had only been involved, He'd have sung like any bird.
If Cody had just showed up by himself.
My gosh. And Cody's standing like, what in the F is going on?
Tracy, you absolutely did. Tracy has donated to the show as well. You guys are great. Thank you very much for the compliment. And also the donation to the chat, Tracy. We couldn't do it without viewers like you.
That's right.
Wasn't the mustache twirling distracting, especially with the contrast in the other grounded performances? Back to Peter for just a moment, just to answer this question for East Coaster, and I will say, no, because he was a super villain. You know, you just kind of went with it. You know, that nurse fell into a giant hole. Like, it wasn't meant to be taken as a grounded thing.
If your mother aunt will let you lie there and die, and lie to you about an ambulance coming, you must be a supervillain.
That was a good scene. That was a good scene. Okay, those scenes were awesome, says Rochelle. They were. But a cult, says Matt? Yes. Listen.
That's what Rick told
I joined a cult. They made me take this ayahuasca? Yeah. Oh, no. No, it's good. It's good. I complimented it on Twitter, on the social media platforms out there. I said, good job, General Hospital, for telling this story at the same time as everything else. Because Who Shot Drew is heavy. Monica's death is heavy. There's just heaviness. And if it wasn't for Rick in the basement keeping something light, this show would have just been weeks of tragedy. We would have been exhausted, like watching Sasha's stories over and over again. We would have gotten tired of how heavy General Hospital had been over the number of weeks. And so this story kept it light and continued to do so even through the revelation. And now that we're here, we can turn it down a little bit when it comes to the goof and get into what Rick does next.
Right.
And it won't be goof. It'll be a little more serious.
I think Rick will probably, everybody needs a lawyer in town. So I think Rick is going to wind up representing somebody within the whole Michael and
it looks like he's going to have to represent Willow, because that whole Martin thing, he's totally unavailable for that because he's representing the victim. And they're like, well, come on, bend the rules. And he's like, F no, you two crazy assholes. Sorry for the language.
It was hilarious.
But that was, like, I imagine, like, the actor's notes when he's going over the lines. He's like, that's the internal monologue of Martin Gray.
Yeah.
If you listen with your kids, I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Yes.
My gosh!
It's Rick Lansing. So he's going to come out of this with a revenge plot that's going to make those three wish they'd have never ever joined.
He should do what we said last week, where he does to them what they did to him. He'll strap Alexis to a bed. He'll cut Christina's brakes. And he'll wallop Ava with something, I guess. Because she hit him not only with the cutting board, but also with that snow globe in the beginning, or the paperweight.
Yeah. My gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
Double assaulted by her.
The story of Rick and the Three Rickettes was the funniest story in a long time, says Millie.
It was
He called them harpies. He called them the coven. He called them lunatics. That's his favorite way to describe a Davis person now, is calling them a lunatic.
Yep.
I love it. And I really do think at this point it's pretty clear and obvious that we have opened up the doors for a Rick and Liz reunion.
Yeah, I think
it'll be tense, but she'll see the best in him. He'll try, but he'll have to cover this up, and then she'll find out, and she'll give him that, well, I should have known, breakup.
He's going to tell Elizabeth all the truth, and she's going to have some sympathy for him.
You know what? That might be the case.
I think he's going to tell Liz all the truth. He's already come clean about not being pro bono.
Earning her respect. You know what? You're totally
right.
right.
I think he's going to come clean, and she's going to have some. Oh.
No, Kelly's not for it. Kelly says ew. So I don't think Kelly wants that. I'm open to it. I like Rick, and I like Elizabeth just fine. I never saw Rick before now, not in any meaningful way. So all of that doesn't weigh on me.
And don't worry about the two of them together, because he will screw it up. It'll be short term.
Oh yeah, he'll mess that up in 6 months. He'll sit down with Nina at some point and be like, "Well, Elizabeth and I have soured." Daisy doesn't see the reuniting. I see the potential and the possibility for a smoocheroonie, a little hookup here and there, and then a breakup because he messes up. I do it. I see it. But we'll
But
see.
who knows what his love life's going to be. But the revenge against those three, that's going to be real.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that unfolds. I'm sorry to see him freed, but I'm happy to see it continue. I guess we can say.
My poor guy.
Medora says, "Well, Liz has done her dirt, so she really can't judge."
Oh, but she does.
Very easily. Well, Matt doesn't want them together, just like Matt does not want to see a reunion between Brad and Lucas. And I don't think you're going to get a Brad and Lucas reunion. I don't think
Not
so.
looking that way, huh?
I just don't see it. I think that's been done. I think that's
You know
over.
what? I thought maybe that we would see with Britt coming back that we would see, Perry Shin on the show back
Give
on.
it time. Give it time.
And-
They
and
keep on
maybe-
talking
and
about
maybe-
him.
They've been talking about him. Now, I could see him coming home for a minute next nurse's ball for sure.
He doesn't have to show up just for that. He could show up with,
No.
maybe they'll have to, maybe Lucas at some point will be like, I just don't trust this. I have to track him down, see what he knows about the Brit situation. There is more here. There is so much more here. We've only just unlocked the lid of what this story is. We haven't even really looked inside the hood. And it all comes down to Valentin leaning into his daughter Charlotte and saying, listen, you can't trust Britta. And make sure Rocco doesn't either.
Yeah. So he knows lots about the five poppies.
He knows everything that went on. He knows what Cesar Faison's final project is. He knows who was working for him. He just gave Brennan enough to set him off so he could see Charlotte, but not pop the whole thing.
Right.
So,
And I think that Valentin will come back to town.
Valentin, I do believe
Somehow he'll get out of jail.
they will need him once we figure out what they're going to need him. Somebody in the chat, I'm not sure who it was like, I want Valentin back, but without a mustache. I gotta say though, of the options for Valentin facial hair, this is the best he's had.
You think so?
It's better than his plain mustache. It's better than a full beard. This little goatee thing, which I don't know how he has the razor to style it as he does, but whatever. I don't know what goes on in Steinmauer. But
Well,
I think that of the Valentin options for facial hair, this is the best one that he's offered us. It's not Theo Hart. Mm-hmm. It's not Captain Montchalin or whatever he was. Over in that one time I was doing this thing because I speak French. They retired Papa.
did you notice that Charlotte don't call him Papa
Yes,
anymore?
yes, they retired Papa.
They retired Papa. She not a little.
I knew one day you were gonna be too old to say it. I knew it.
Sandra's comment was about the mustache. Sandra, I think this is the best offering he's had so far. What do you think, though? Let me know.
I think
Well, Sandra, and what do you think?
I liked him best with a goatee.
Just the straight regular goatee?
Uh-huh.
Without this thing? Without the flare? I like the flare. It reminds me of Stefan. Because, Stephen Nichols, he had to separate himself from old Patchy. He
Yeah.
ripped the patch off and grew a goatee.
Yeah, he did.
He's got a beard
I
now.
can remember him very well.
Oh gosh, so I enjoyed it. I not only does Babe, not only does she bring it, like this, it's like she's always been Lulu.
She'd be a little toughy when she wants to be a toughie.
Yeah, I'm into it. I like it, and it was a great meeting, and now that I've met most of these people at that GH fan club thing, I'm like, we're friends, and I like seeing my friends do their work. So I like Lulu a lot. I like this depiction of Lulu. I don't know if this was exactly how they had her when she was Julie Berman, because I have very little experience. She's definitely not like the M. Ryland version. I don't know if this is a marriage of the two or what.
It is. I do feel like it's a marriage of the two. Now, when she's being really assertive, I thought she was pretty assertive this week. I love because she's a little tough nut Spencer girl, and I love that.
Yes. So it's good because she sat down and she was like, listen, this happened, but don't think anything of it. And as a matter of fact, I hate it, and I hate you, and I don't want you to poison our daughter's mind. And it's like, you don't understand exactly what it was like with me and the other actress when I kicked her out of the car and said you have to go home.
Well, Lulu kind of like she didn't realize 100% that hey, I sent her back home to be with you.
Yeah, yeah. He very much met all of that with a classic Valentin of, well, if I didn't want it to be like this, I wouldn't have sent her home and surrendered myself. What?
Right.
You did
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
Oh, I didn't realize these were these details. I missed these details. I apologize, Valentin. I was in a coma at the time.
Right.
I didn't know.
Right.
Goatee with flair, says East Coaster. That's what they like. Sandra enjoys the clean-shaven look for Valentin. That's the one we know the best, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It is not the original Charlotte Cassadine. Absolutely not. He kicked that little girl out of the car, and they had to recast her.
Yeah.
Nah, she came back to Port Charles and stuff. But no, they recast, I believe, for what they're doing right now. So they established who she is in Port Charles. They reestablished the character, as they do every time they recast somebody. They've reestablished the character, who she is now in this position in her life with this person playing her. So she's settled back in. She's no longer this freelancing adventurer trying to get out of trouble and sneaking in the house and all that sort of stuff. She's living her regular teenage life now. She's settled into Port Charles. But she still has a little bit of that spy edge from living with Valentin on the run for so long.
And being on the run.
So this is going to come into play because I said a number of months ago, I said, this is great for Charlotte. She's been gone with Valentin all this time, and this is loading this character up with essential soap opera skills.
And you know who had, of course, he's not on there now, but Uncle Lucky had the same kind of childhood. He
Kind
did.
of always
He
on the
was-
run.
He was always on the run. He was always in some kind of caper with adventure with his parents. Whereas Lulu got sent to Grandma's house to stay.
Well, she still picked up that Spencer pretty good.
She did, but she didn't have the same kind of Charlotte experience.
No,
though, is what I'm
no.
saying.
So I said that Charlotte was
that.
picking up these essential soap skills on the run with Valentin, and I think we're going to start seeing those now that she knows there's a threat in town and she has to keep Rocco safe from it. Rocco, who's shown extreme interest in this person that Valentin has warned her off of.
And
Her
I
little
think
brother
Charlotte-
Rocco,
I think
which
Charlotte
used to
will
be
try to
her
handle
older
it.
brother, but that's okay.
I don't think she'll reach out to her mom and tell her. I think she'll try to handle it on her own
I
and
believe
put
so,
a wedge
too.
in between them somehow.
think
Put
so,
a
too.
wedge between Rocco and his surrogate.
Here's the thing, too, all right? Here's the thing. You know who would be able to spot an undercover WSB agent out there in the wild? Charlotte.
That's
She
true.
could very well see the tension brewing between Britt and Jocelyn and be like, what's going on there?
Yeah. Well, let's transition to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You want to talk about Britt and Jas?
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
tell you, after when Jocelyn came home this time, and she's a tougher kind of Jocelyn now.
She's got resources now that she hadn't had before.
She's a tougher kind of Jocelyn. She's letting her Spencer show too.
There is this element of like bravado or confidence, I think, that comes with the understanding that you could take this person. Like if you don't think you could take the person, there's a limit to like what you're gonna push with somebody though. Because if you push him and it becomes fisticuffs, and you don't think you got it like that, you're probably gonna avoid pushing something to that level.
Right.
But when you learn how to do it,
And she basically told Britt that she would burn her life down.
because I can.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I'm not just little Jocelyn Jax that you saved on the docks. I'm Agent
Exactly.
Jax at the WSP, so you better shut your mouth.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Hello,
what happened.
phone girl.
And it was unfortunate because when she was talking with her mom, Carly gave her lots of opportunity to actually tell her, what she already knows.
Yeah,
So
but
Carly-
listen, I understand the desperate move, Carly. Like, come on, let me just tell me so I don't have to be mad at you. I get the desperate move for that. There we go. I get the desperate move for that. But she didn't say anything yet, and she's not going to say anything ever.
No, No, not unless her cover gets completely blown.
No. Uh-uh. No.
And her cover might wind up be blown by her mom.
I don't know. See, Jason was totally
Maybe.
right. I mean, Jason was. That's why she didn't. I think that kind of fed also into why she didn't directly be like, "You're in the WSB." It's because Jason was like, "Listen, Carly, of all of the things that you could do in this situation, reacting to it is the worst."
Yeah, and the magic word was you could make it worse for her. You could make it. She could be in more danger because of you.
Could be killed because of
If
you,
blow
Carly.
her cover,
Yes.
her cover's blown, and then what's going to happen to her? So you have to keep your mouth shut to be to you know. But I think she just really would love for Jocelyn, and of course Jocelyn's not going to do this, like
Yeah.
I said, unless she just like there is no reason not to now. Um, she's not going to tell her mom.
No.
Because she knows her mom's a loose freaking cannon. Like she is too. She understands her mom more than anybody does because she is.
Can't tell anybody.
she has
She's
the
got to
same
be the
kind of
innocent
impulse.
college girl.
She has the same kind of impulses, same kind of personality as her mother.
Well, you know, Carly knows because Jason just can't keep it from her. Jason cannot lie to Carly. He just can't hold the truth back.
Actually, if they wouldn't have written it this way for him to actually tell her, I'd have been disappointed. I'm like, this is not the Carly Jason union that we all love and adore, keeping secrets from her.
He had to tell her, and he did.
And
He told her
did.
right. Told her good. And now she knows. It's not just fun, but also Jocelyn. You think she's going to freak out when she finds out that Dante knew? Because that's something they're not talking about a lot. They say, oh, you know, Jason was like, well, Anna. Because I don't think Anna clued him in that Dante was there.
I don't. Maybe, but I think that Carly being Carly, her reaction would be more to Anna.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll have to see because what Professor Angela said a couple of weeks ago when she filled in for you is that we're coming up on Laura Wright's big 20th anniversary or something in General Hospital.
Ooh,
And
that is
knowing
big.
yeah, and so knowing you know how much Frank Valentini likes Laura Wright. And that's not a hateful statement. He just enjoys her. There's a good chance that Carly and the actress is going to get a big something for that landmark anniversary.
And she should.
So, she suggested that might be Carly on trial for the shooting. It doesn't look like we're going in that direction.
No, it doesn't look
Not
that
unless
way.
there's a sudden twist where they point the finger at Michael, and then Michael gets arrested, and then so Carly has to jump in the way of that. That's the only way I can really see that unfolding, is if Drew and Willow somehow does something that points the blame back onto him.
Well, it could happen.
I don't know if we're going to get that, though.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to get that either.
Because there's a lot of evidence against Willow right now.
There is a lot of evidence against Willow right now. There is.
But, you know, there is that...
And Nina jumps into lives without thinking through it.
Well,
at
yeah,
all.
that was dumb. Well,
Now
she's a
she
very
has to-
impulsive woman.
Exactly. And now she has to,
Now she has to recant the lie.
now she has to recant the lie.
It's better for Willow
Because-
if she does.
And you know who made sense more than anybody is her young brother Jay.
Well,
Nathan's like, you're gonna make
listen,
it worse for her.
yeah.
And she wasn't really taking that to heart until it came from him.
Came to him. Marco was totally right about it too. So Nathan was able to handle the emotional side of things, while Marco handled the legal side of things.
Yep.
Like, from a legal perspective, this alibi is already blown, Nina.
Right.
It really is just, it's not a matter of if this is going to help or hinder Willow, because it really has no impact on her anymore because your alibi is a lie. This is gonna be on you. What
And
is going to be
double down.
your punishment on this?
Doubling down right now is a bad idea. You're going to make
Yeah.
it worse. You both are going to go to prison.
If you you were going to get an extreme penalty for holding on to this lie, while it's still proven that you were not with Willow at the time.
Right.
So, whew.
But,
The anonymous
Precedent.
gun fairy?
what?
No. Matt Kreider says, I love that anonymous gun fairy theory. People are being silly out there, being like, well, the gun fairy moved the gun. It wasn't Michael. It was Michael.
I think it was Michael, too. I think Michael did plant the gun. I don't think he really believes Willow shot him.
I don't know.
I don't
I still
know.
don't see the reason why. I still don't see the reason why, other than just being completely out of your mind because the judge is dead. I don't see why. I don't see how, oh, Judge Heron's dead, I gotta shoot Drew, makes any sense even to a crazy person.
Unless we see some kind of turn in here, her where, she looks down at her and she looks up and she's sinister and a whole different person and she really is the evil queen. And she's been playing everybody.
Wouldn't that be something? I am Harmony's daughter. Yeah, even Harmony was always running around with the criminal element, falling into cults, running around criminals. She even worked for Cyrus.
She sure did.
She sure did. I don't think Michael planted the gun, says Aisha. I think that it was the anonymous gun fairy who turned that gun, who turned in that gun that Alexis threw off the bridge. Oh, goodness. Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
No. The same one who delivered the gun, Alexis was cleared from shooting Jack. Maybe it is. Maybe it is the anonymous gun fairy. There's somebody out there working for Sunny that's just collecting pistols. Putting them where they belong. In Willow's room. No, that's impossible. That's one thing. That's one thing. And listen, the show is giving us red herrings left and right. They're trying to push us in directions. They're making sure that we are not able to find any sort of center as the viewer to know who did this well ahead of time. So we have Willow reacting like, that's impossible, to Martin suggesting that that's impossible because I know where the gun should have been. Right. Because I used it and put it there, is the logical feeling that we would get from that sort of defense. But we also have all of these fingers pointed at Michael. Michael also talking to Brooklyn and telling her all of this stuff for no reason.
Right.
Other than why? To load somebody with information in case they get questioned about it. Michael's always on the move manipulating things left and right. Why? Maybe he did it.
Maybe.
Maybe Drew did it. The chat keeps on saying that. Maybe Drew did it. Maybe Rocco did it. Maybe Danny did it. Maybe Jason flew back to town to do it and go back to Croatia.
Man, I don't think so.
Maybe it was Cesar Faison.
You know what else was a little bit comical this week?
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bit comical. Was when Lucas come up to the bar to Vaughn to tell him off about, you hurt my knees off.
How dare you? I didn't come here to talk to you. I came here to talk to the person sitting next to you. And he's like, what? Why? How dare you? Okay, I came over here because I needed something to do, and that something to do was yelling at you. Vaughn, how dare you? I still like Van Hansis. It was Scout. Come on, folks. It's not Scout.
I don't think so.
It wasn't Scout. Promise you it's not Scout. It's Heather Weber before it's Scout. Really. Sincerely and truly. Mm-hmm. It was Luke Spencer before it was Scout. All right? I'm going to go that far. All right? They were able to get Anthony Geary to come back to set to play this story one time before it was Scout came.
We're all full of guesses because we know that Drew is such a bad guy and so many people hate him. Who knows? I mean, for all we know, it could have been Jen's. And that's like the biggest pot stirrer you could possibly do.
Well, how else was I supposed to make sure that receipt found its way into your safe if you weren't taken out to provide us that opportunity?
See?
I mean,
it could have been him.
Knows?
It could have been him. Hey, Sidwell's got him by the well, I'm not going to finish that statement, but he's got him.
Got him by the short hairs.
Well,
what he got.
He's got him.
Yeah.
He's got him. He's like, hey, by the way, you did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, if only I didn't already do this against you. Oh,
that scene was so good. And Drew was like, what? Damn, I got cooked and I didn't even...
Man, God, I didn't even know. I should have closed that safe before I got shot.
Yeah, and he summons Jens, right? Mm-hmm. He summons Jens.
Oh, by the way, no longer. No longer.
Work for me.
You will come when I summon you, you see.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing he said when he walked out was, you work for me.
You work for me now. Congressman Cutthroat.
Drew paid someone, or it was Willow. It could have been Danny. Lucas is Barnaby Fife. I don't even know what that reference means. Barnaby Fife.
Barnaby Fife.
Barnaby Fife? I don't know what that is.
That's I believe that's Don Knox from Mayberry. You know, he's the goofy cop.
Oh, well, okay. Hey,
Hey,
I'm here to yell
I
at
think,
you.
am I right, you guys?
I don't know. It would be a twist if it was Danny, if Scout or Danny are both having issues with Drew. You guys really want a child murder on General Hospital. I don't know why you want it so badly. Here's the thing. It really heavily...
Tune over on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
They got one there.
It's unfortunate because, like, sure, it might be interesting and compelling through the General Hospital lens that Scout or Danny or somebody did this. I don't think that's necessarily General Hospital's style of stuff. You know, generally speaking, I don't think that the kid holds the gun.
Typically, no. It would be I think it would be a new thing. I don't recall that happening before.
You know, and then even with like the Michael situation, it like led to this whole like he wasn't on the show now for a long time thing. You know, it was like a big thing.
And when he whacked Claudia, he was like in his late teens.
He was in his late teens, and he was also like doing it to actively protect Jocelyn from something, and it wasn't like this premeditated, I hate you for keeping me from my family, so I'm going to shoot your ass thing.
Crime of passion.
Yeah, so I just don't see it on General Hospital. And then also at the same time, and I said this last week or the week before, that even if they originally filmed it as Scout did this, given the fact that Days of Our Lives just had the 12-year-old little girl shoot the guy, I just think it would be in General Hospital's best interest to steer away from telling that exact same story.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm at with that. That's me, though. That's me. I didn't write the darn thing. I don't know what's going on.
But we're all going to find out together.
We sure are. We sure
sure
are.
are.
That ringtone means something, or there was no reason to mention it. It means something. We just don't know what it is yet.
I agree, and I cannot figure out actually why. You're right, though. It is significant.
The ringtone is key, says East Coaster. Danny has that ringtone. Then I'll be convinced it was him. I don't know, because Drew also mentioned, I looked at my phone because Scout was calling me, and it can just be a detail. It can be something that is not even for the crime of who did it, but to link Trina and Kai into this thing. They accidentally mention knowing what the ringtone is or something. I don't know. But since it really kind of exists only in Kai and Trina's world, I think it's going to be a little bit more about hooking them into being there than about Scout doing it. But that's just me sitting here in a chair talking. I don't know.
There's got to be more element. There's got to be more that's going to happen with Trina and Kai. They're going to, one of them be accused of something. Maybe Kai, they're going to find the prints on the bat or something. I thought that them going back to the house was so unnecessary because they did nothing because they were at the house. The conversation they had, step by step, they didn't need to be back at that house for
I will
it.
tell you
They did
exactly.
absolutely nothing there.
No, I'll tell you exactly why we did this. I'll tell you 100% million% reason why that scene exists. It's the same reason why Diane and Alexis are good friends who sit down for a cup of coffee. Because every couple of weeks we got to reset what the heck happened.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what that was. That was resetting the events of Drew shooting. It wasn't necessarily adding any more detail or adding anything for Kai and Trina.
It was a recap.
Of the people who were involved that haven't really had scenes but are still involved, and we need to remind people, Kai and Trina, more so than Anna and Dante. Plus, they were there, so they really know what happened. They just don't know who. It makes sense when it comes to resetting for people who missed it, have forgotten details. You know, it's just your normal soap reset, I think was what that was.
Okay.
That's what I think. That's all. And, you know, it does remind us of all of these little details about them being there, why they were there, what was going on, because the evidence is still a thing. Portia and Curtis have no idea why Drew doesn't have it anymore. Drew doesn't know why he doesn't have it anymore.
No, he doesn't. He's going to be pissed off when he ever figures it out, huh?
Right. And you know, Kai's going to have to spin. And Kai might not be very good at lying. There even could be a thing coming up where, hey, you know, actually, Kai, as it turns out, we should have fingerprinted you and did this little background thing before hiring you. We haven't done that. We really need to catch up. Oh, crap. Now I'm in a situation where my prints are going to be in the system, and it's going to trigger this active investigation. You know, there could be something like that. I'm sitting here, I don't know. This is what I would do in the writer's room.
But he's right though about they were right in their conversation that, you know, seeing he's at the house a lot, and there's a bat hanging around, and you are a sports kind of guy,
Yeah, maybe you could
I
get swung it a
know
few times.
exactly. I know for a fact. If I had a bat laying around my house all the time, there's no way my oldest son would not pick it up and swing it at least.
It could be the light wiffle ball bat, and he's going to pick it up and work on his swing. It's true. He's going to watch his arms and make sure that the angles are good and all sorts of different stuff. Excuse me. They brought up the ringtone. I think it's Scout's ringtone. It's totally Scout's ringtone. That has totally been established. We just don't know how it fits. It's not like the bell not ringing in Rice Plaza anymore because Cyrus was off stabbing decks. It's,
Now they have a scene next week where Danny's actually holding Scout's phone for some reason.
maybe there's something there. It could be a detail. We just don't know what it is. I just don't think it's a detail that shows Scout did it.
No,
I just
it's
don't
just
think
the only thing it proves is a Scout called him
Yeah.
at that time.
That's the only thing and even then, maybe the ringtone was why he didn't hear the steps behind him, why he didn't hear the click of the gun, because he was distracted by the ringtone by Scout. Like, it even could be just that minor detail. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Kai leaving the show, wonders Carolyn? Because his contract has expired, we'll say. I don't think he was taken off of contract. I just think they didn't re-sign it.
Now, actually, I saw something today that perhaps the actor, then didn't I don't know anything about the character of Kai being gone, but that actor is perhaps won't be around much longer.
I don't know what the future of Kai is. Being on contract or off contract doesn't really signal anything until they say this person is leaving, because Cody was on contract and Cody is no longer on contract, and we haven't had more Cody ever than right
I know.
now.
Actually, I have more Cody now than when we were on contract.
Than when he was on contract. So, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that the actor or the character is leaving, and there's a ton of people that are on the show that you see regularly that are on contract to begin with. So, but, when you aren't re-signed to a contract, it does open up the possibility for them to do something with the character because they don't have to keep you anymore. I don't know what that could be. Maybe he'll throw himself in front of the law protecting Trina and he gets whisked off to Pittenville. I don't know. There could be all sorts of stuff from this thing.
Who knows? So, what do you think about Portia and Curtis? You think they're really done?
I think that they're really done. I think that Curtis is going to find a sensitive soft spot for Portia once more. Because they have to stay together still for another couple of weeks just to make sure that these arrests against Willow and stuff stick. And that's going to be like, well, maybe we could, maybe we should, maybe we... And then Portia's going to be in this terrible torn situation where she's like, I could have Isaiah's baby in me right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this to you again, Curtis?
My gosh. Wouldn't that be... Man, that pushed Curtis to the Ashford edge. My gosh.
Right. But, as I've said in weeks before, leading up to today, I'm not exactly on a Curtis and Jordan Part 3 train or anything like that, so...
No.
I don't think he needs to try it with every actress who plays Jordan, you know what I mean?
I agree.
Oh, gosh. Matt Kreider thinks that maybe it was Marco.
Could be.
Because Marco, well, and then, I don't know. It could be anybody, and that's the thing, is we still don't quite have enough to really truly believe it was one person over the other.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was Tracy. Maybe it was Tracy all along. She doubled back. Maybe it was Gladys. Could have been Brick. As it turns out, it was Sonny all along. It was me, Drew. I did it. Somebody comes in from the wings. And it was Kendall. Kendall Hart the whole time.
Silly.
You were having an affair with me in D.C. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I doubt there will be a baby down the line. I hope Portia has this baby. I want Portia to have this baby. We have enough tragic endings about babies, all right? Just give Portia the baby. When it comes down to it, there are some characters out there that I'm like, don't saddle that character with a kid. Because then you gotta have the kid upstairs, and it's a disservice to the kid. Because they're off doing a thing, because there shouldn't be a parent to begin with. With Portia, saddle Portia with another kid. Saddle Portia with 4 kids.
And I don't think a late in life uh, a, not late in life like you're going to die, but late in life like, you're going to go on menopause. Um, I don't think a late in life miscarriage is the appropriate thing.
Let's just have the baby. It doesn't matter if she's on the far end of the bell curve. It's okay. Just have the baby.
Yeah.
Willow doesn't love Drew Kane. She's just using him, says LaShawn. And that's probably the case. I don't think she's necessarily back with it. She's just,
No, I think she's just, I don't think she's illusioned by Drew anymore, really. I don't.
No, I do think that she sees him as a pathway to the kids, and that's pretty much what it is.
Yep. You used me, and now I'm going to use you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to do the things that Drew says we should do, and so it's Michael. We need to shift the blame back onto Michael.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do, because I want my kids, and I got arrested in front of them, so now Michael has to get arrested in front of them, so it's even.
It's awful that they arrested her in front of those babies. It's awful. However, I think it's actually more traumatic for her than it was for her own children.
We didn't see the kids' reaction, so we really
No,
don't know.
because I think little kids that young, especially Amelia, doesn't see the big gravity of it.
No, and little Wiley just suffers from affluenza already. He just doesn't understand. Poor kid's just so separated from reality. Oh goodness, Ronnie Bard loves BLT sandwiches just like Heather Weber. When you go to Bobby's, you gotta have a BLT. I honestly, of all of the things that are like this is the best thing on the menu, I find it hilarious that it's the BLT because what a plain freaking thing to be your best stuff.
Man, you know what also is ridiculous?
Yeah.
Kelly's and Bobby's. Right underneath that, it says best chili in town.
Best chili in town, and they got a BLT that is unlike anything else. Somehow, the bacon, the lettuce, and the tomato on that white bread toasted is so well done with a little slathering of mayonnaise and maybe a sprinkle of salt and pepper.
They only use Best Foods or Hillman's.
I just don't understand how a BLT is that good.
Right.
It's just such a basic sandwich.
It is
How can you make it better? Seasoning?
No.
Then I don't know. Sauce?
I don't know either.
Sauce is the sauce.
You can make it worse by putting on a rye or something like that.
Maybe it's the bread.
I don't know.
How would you grade the shooter storyline so far? I'd give it a B+. I'll put it in A territory. I'm having a good time with it. Having a great time with it.
I'm having a good time with it too. I am too. Right now, I give it an A-.
I really can't.
That's what I think right now. If they let this play if we start singing Jingle Bells and this is not done yet, I will be changing my grade to a solid D+.
I hear you. I don't think we're going to go that far. I don't think we're going to be singing Jingle Bells, but we might be eating pizza. But I think that's an appropriate time. That's a 4 or 5 weeks from now.
And finally, Olivia's going to get a pizza oven.
I don't know if it's going to be finished being built by the time Thanksgiving comes around this year. But yeah, she's going to finally get her brick pizza oven. Mike was like, I don't care. Okay. Who gives a crap? Just build one.
Exactly.
And then Ronnie's like, okay.
Right.
I guess Monica was the only person.
I think she had some influence on Gio a little bit in the conversation.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
And I love that Gio's working there.
I think that while Ronnie's inheritance is illegitimate, I do believe that since she's Erica Slezak, she will ultimately leave helping rather than hindering the Quartermains. The reasons she's there might be to take and to have and to get a little corner of what Monica had collected, but through Gio and bonding with Jane Elliott at some point, bonding with Tracy throughout this thing in some way, the tea parties, the citizens of Port Charles, the heart that lives inside of this house. I can't. And because she's Erica Slezak, who was Vicky, who was the heroine, who was the good person, we're not going to have her come in for this 6 weeks to be like, F you, B-words, I've taken it all, middle finger, and then leave.
No, I agree with you. And one of the reasons why I agree with you was Brooklyn on Friday.
Yeah.
Brooklyn on Friday said, "Could the point of the tea party, I want her to feel like she wants to stay. I want her to fall in love with this house. And I want her to try to fall in love with at least two of the people that live in it."
Me and Chase. Yeah, so I think that her inheritance is phony. She worked out something with Martin. I think that she's actually Ronnie Bard. She just wasn't included in the will. And they said, no, we're going to include you in the will. Come on into town. Okay, cool, I got this. Plus, also, she's genuinely curious about Monica's life. She is genuinely curious.
I don't find that she's a lifer con artist.
Yeah, and again, to say it for a third time, just to really sell it, it's Erica Slezak. She's not known for being the villain.
No, she isn't. And you know what? I think her performance is like even though she hasn't been in studio in a while, and she hasn't done a soap opera in a long time now.
Yeah.
One Life to Live's been off forever. She put on that like a warm sweater that she's been wearing every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
She really did.
The scene between Ronnie and Gio is so sweet, says East Coaster. Yeah, and I think that scenes like that really feed into why I'm thinking like this in the story, because why would this supposed con artist who's here to take it all bother?
Right. And unless she's just trying to sell it hard, I don't know. But when she used Gio for that. And she was trying, I think that what I think the influence she had on Gio was she told him, it's too bad I didn't have an opportunity to be more of Monica's sister.
Yeah.
Tried harder, whatever, that we wouldn't have united earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. If I didn't let it go, if I didn't hang up the phone every time I tried to pick it up, things could have been very different.
Right. And I think
it
made him a little reflective. It made him a little
young man.
It made him a little reflective about his own.
I'm totally for that. I think I'm right about the Ronnie Bard situation. I do. So we'll see how it all unfolds. But I think that's where we're going to leave it this week, Ma.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to get back onto this elevator.
I think we ought to.
All right. We talked long
we got 45 minutes.
enough. Plus, we need to take a little break-a-rooney before we're back at 1:30.
Yes.
So we'll come back at 1:30.
We got to talk about some stuff.
We got to talk about things that we've been right about for months, and we have to congratulate people who have won. Especially you, Ma. You were right for months and months. Months and months and months you were correct about Beyond the Gates.
Yeah.
For months and months.
Yep.
And months and months and months.
Months and months and months.
And now we get this whole I hate that bastard. So come on in, hang out with us Beyond the Gates and over in Salem. There's plenty to talk about at 1:30. So that's it. Everybody get back onto that elevator, go back down to the first floor, get into your cars, detune your radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to us on Twitter or Blue Sky or Instagram or Gmail, 104gh@gmail.com, and I'll point you in the right direction. Like the video if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more. Leave a comment.
Hey, Autumn, one of those addresses he just gave you, drop your address there.
Yeah, we gotta send you a 10th floor coffee mug for being so generous. So you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want some more. We'll be back at 1:30 to talk about some more soap operas, and you never know what you're gonna get on the 10th floor, other than a good time. That's a guarantee. All right, folks. Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next week and in an hour right here.